evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Welcome to Dark Horse Collective for this first match day versus Flip. This is going to be an interesting one for these players to hit the league for this first game. Who knows what is going to happen? My name is Prey, and I am joined alongside Sky for this broadcast. How are you doing, Skies?
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to see some awesome picks today. Some spicy picks, and not
We've heard
just like the broken Skarner
we have
every
heard
row.
that there are going to be some spicy picks coming out. Whether or not, um, whether or not they're going to be banned, whether or not they're going to be picked, I've heard that there's potentially a TF support. That's going to be quite interesting to have come out, but I'll be looking forward to see if it does. So it is, of course, as I said, Dark Horse Collective Sentinels team on one side facing Flip on the other. And as much as it is, we have some rosters to go over. So, on the side of Sentinels, we are going to have in the top lane is Undying Blaze, Jack Frost in jungle, Dwarrel in mid, Ecanth in the bot lane, with Dingy as support. And over on Flip, Just Weasel, ASMR Richard, 905 in mid, Wellesley and Bramish in bot and support. So we are just also waiting on confirmation on who won the coin toss and who has first side selection before we go into our first champion select. Skies, what kind of picks are you hoping make an appearance out here? You were talking about the broken Skarner. You were talking. We were talking off stream about potentially a TF support coming out. What sort of picks do you reckon are going to make an appearance? What sort of picks do you reckon are going to be priority bans for either side?
I would like to see from Jack like spicy picks, like him playing Graves maybe, or the Kazakhs, like an aggressive jungle, and see and if he plays with like the Trash or Pipe, he could be a spicy comp and just Permy invading their jungle. I would like to see that.
Hey, I heard you want an express delivery. Here, have a lantern, and then just bring him right over. Yeah, the aggressive
like
jungle
to see
style.
A spicy game.
Oh, I have a feeling we're gonna have an aggressive game. I do kind of like the idea of having the Graves come out, the Kazakhs come out. I know from a few people that I have played with, Kazakhs can be ruthless if he gets ahead. Graves is along the same thing where you could see yourself going, hi, I'm fine to dead in next to no time. Me and myself as a support player, I would love to see Thresh. I'm a Thresh main myself. I adore Thresh to bits. So much utility there. But on the other side, it's been a while since I've actually had a look at the tier lists.
Their jungle can play Talia jungle that is really strong right now with the Blackfire Torch. And he also plays Viego, which is a really strong pick if he gets some resets and can just demolish the other team in a team fight. He plays as well as Shen jungle, which can be a really interesting pick.
Shen also has a lot of utility.
Yes. And he plays with usually the support play style, and he just goes like Moonstone and gives a massive shield. And I would like to see DTF support as well. It would be interesting to see how will the TF support perform.
I'm very, very intrigued on the idea of this Twisted Fate in support. You'd half expect them just to keep roaming as much as possible, being quite active across different parts of the map, with the ultimate as well, being able to appear literally next to someone with a gold card to stun him. Unless you're Trick 2G, pull out the gold card, pull out the blue card, and just make everything wrong and turn something that could be so good into just utter like devastation in next to no time. But do you expect any picks to be, like, any priority picks to be banned? Like, you were talking about the Skarner. You were talking about the
Skarner is gonna get pick or banned. 100% sure.
Oh, you reckon the Skarner is going to be priority?
Yeah.
Okay,
Priority.
so yeah, so in that case, whoever's got blue side technically has that advantage of making sure that red side has to ban it. Otherwise, hello, you're gonna have to deal with the new Skarner, to which I haven't seen yet. So this is gonna be interesting. We'll be like, Skarner did something, don't know what it was.
Oh,
just
Skarner
did
just
something.
one shot at the ADC. Oh, how?
Oh God, is that really a thing where Skarner can
one shot the ADC?
Oh good lord.
He goes like DE into a wall, and he goes hardstyle, which gives damage, and he throws the Q, which gives percentage max health, I think 15%, and you just demolish the ADC.
I'm trying to think what picks I reckon would be banned because again, it's a case of who do you think bans get targeted to as well to give out
Maybe
that sort of weaker lane.
Maybe the Caitlyn as well, because both sides play Caitlyn. Maybe it's going to be a priority.
Possibly, you get a lot of range off of Caitlyn.
Yes.
But I feel with Caitlyn, as much as Caitlyn has a lot of damage and a lot of power, you kind of have to pair them up with someone that allows Caitlyn to just start hailing shots, hailing shots straight through. By the looks of it, I can now confirm that it'll be flip on blue side. So they may have the unfortunate part of it of having to force ban that Skarner unless they feel confident enough. I'm not saying that they wouldn't, unless they feel confident enough to leave it open and allow it to be played. Do you reckon that Sentinels have something that they can play into a Skarner if needed? I know we're focusing a lot on the Skarner, but from what I've heard, it could be quite devastating.
Yeah, I think probably yes. Because the Undying Blade plays Twisted Fate. So we can see some spicing rage against Skarner, maybe. He plays also Poppy. And maybe a set can be the answers. Who knows?
Who knows, indeed. I've noticed as well towards our mid lane how you kind of want to play around that, because the opposing mid laner does have a lot of potential just to throw out a random pick that potentially Dwarrel in mid lane might not have played against. But there definitely is that sort of play, that sort of champion that Dwarrel plays that could find its way onto the ban list and place him onto something he's potentially not comfortable with.
Maybe we're gonna see like the Dwarf likes where to play a Viger. If Viger gets picked, maybe they just pick LeBlanc on the other side and just try to win against Viger and get that early game lead. So you can see that.
LeBlanc loves to roam as well, which Vigar likes to stay in lane, farm up the minions with the Q, build up that AP to eventually just obliterate someone with ultimate. But if a LeBlanc is roaming, LeBlanc LeBron James, no, potentially LeBlanc can be quite devastating once that roaming starts to happen. Same way as a Katarina would do. If a Katarina starts roaming down towards bot lane and picks up 2 kills, it's potentially over. We are just waiting for everyone in the lobby to get ready for this, for the start of this champion select in this first game. Again, Flip has the first pick in this draft as well as the first ban. So, with that in mind, who do you think they're going to potentially first pick?
Might, as I've said, if he's not banned, maybe the Skarner.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the priority, and maybe can be a marksman. They go like Jinx or Caitlyn, and they just try to scale to the late game with the recent buffs on AD carry and with the crit items now giving 25% crit, and the War Dominic's buff giving 40% armor penetration. Maybe they are trying to get a marksman first and just try to demolish into the mid-weight game.
Just as a note to production, you might want to change things up on the scene that we're about to go to. So just waiting for the ready call from all of our players. So this first draft can begin. It's going to be interesting to see who they prioritize in the first rotation. Obviously, we've got the first pick rotation for the first 3. For the first 3.
I hope they don't pick Shen first pick. And or prioritize the TF. I hope so. I hope they don't. And
I'm very intrigued about this TF. I'm very intrigued about this TF. I kind of want to see it, and how they play. How they play with it.
I would like to see as well a big response from the right side, and like try to counter their draft completely. I would like to see that, and not just pick a random pick.
Yeah. So we're just getting the lobby set up again. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding with the rules of VL, but we're gonna get it fixed. So we will just get there momentarily. So it's gonna be interesting. I've said that a lot, but it is. It's gonna be sort of with the first game. It's Sentinels' first game within the league, alongside Flip as well. So they're going to be looking to get the ball rolling. Sentinels coming into this, I feel like might be on the back foot potentially, and that's not me sort of saying that they're going to lose. I just have a feeling that they might be quite literally a dark horse.
That's a nice one.
Oh god, I'll be here all week. That one. We'll have to see.
Because we can be talking all this like drafting, and they pick just the complete opposite.
Yeah, like from what we've seen, from what the guys like to play, and what they potentially want to keep as their strongest suit. We might just see a complete U-turn and bring out something that we've never sort of heard them do. Because what we don't see is what they've potentially been playing in custom games. Whether they've been scrimming, we don't get to see that. So having having that potential of having that secrecy is going to be really nice. But from what we have potentially had from our guys in the game, from what is that's why from what we've seen from our guys on from what we've seen through their match histories and everything like that, been a little bit kind of all over the place. Some of the guys have been playing some more constants. Some of them have been playing a little bit more randomized, trying things out, seeing what works. Whether or not coming into this, did they pull some of that out? What do they leave behind that wall of secrecy? What do they bring out?
We need to wait and see. I think we've just got
to wait and see. That is exactly it. Our players are in lobby. Blue side flip, red side is going to be Sentinels. This is a best of 3. I believe it's loser gets side selection on this first half. We are getting ready to go into the first of these games. I am really hyped for this. I'm hoping we have a very entertaining game.
Yes, me as well.
Because we don't want to go into this and just see a complete and utter stomp. You know, we want to have that back and forths where, you know, one team
Valorant flip. You want?
I can't say anything because I pulled out the dark horse pun. I can't say anything. Oh, good Lord Almighty! Everybody is ready. We are starting this first champion select, and the ban phase has begun. So this is gonna be very nice to sort of see where they lies. And again, that Vigor is banned. We had a seeking suspicion that the Vigor was going to be banned, and lo and behold, it has. So their target.
They don't want to play against it. I guess they don't want to counter it.
There's the LeBlanc, just as we were saying, the LeBlanc to get that out of the way. So it seems like the first target, the first few bans might be picked towards the middle side of the map, maybe towards a couple of jungle bans as well. A Vigor ban is interesting though. That might.
The trash gets fun as well. The support ban. Maybe they're looking to pick mid lane and bot lane on the first picks.
Possibly. It's going to be potentially towards that side, but that Thresh being banned out the way. It seems like they're sort of target. There's the twisted fate. It seems like they're sort of targeting towards, as I was saying a little bit earlier on, players constants. You know, the ones that they've been playing quite a lot, the ones that they have the most games on. But that might be a red herring. That genuinely might be a little bit of a red herring.
Let's check what's gonna be the next ban. Yeah, they're gonna pick probably first bot lane and then mid lane as well.
Interesting for the Jhin ban.
I guess the Jhin is, I don't think it's that strong right now compared to the marksman.
Yeah. The Skarner ban for the end of the first ban rotation comes through. So, with that in mind, with LeBlanc, the Twisted Fate, and that Skarner ban, where do you think Weasel goes? Or where do you think Flip goes for this?
Yeah, all the Talia can be mid or jungle. That's interesting.
Throwing rocks at you at supersonic speed.
But picking the Talia in the early phase is a little bit weird because there's no dashes. You need the Talia you usually like to counter dashes, but they pick the Udyr. That's nice.
Yeah, Udyr runs at face, slaps face. Sivir
Talia
being
does really
hovered.
good against Talia.
Maybe they've got that. Maybe they've got that potential. They know what they might pair up with that Sivir. So whether or not they let that through,
And they
let Sentinels
and it's
have it.
and
Oh
it's a pike
God!
pick. I
And a
was saying
Caitlyn.
I would like to see the pike pick and like the resets coming in, and we might see a pike sick gameplay of pike.
I think
We
Morgana
need to
comes out
wait.
here. I think they're gonna go for Morgana. Leona? Ooh, okay.
We're going for front line. Okay, that's nice.
So they kind of want to have this front line to go into this. Caitlyn has that range to sort of say, "Oh, you want to try and get me? No, I'll just fire from range." Second ban phase, we get into here. I'm taking away the volley bear from Weasel.
Let's see on the blue side. The blue side has a squishy comp. They will need to pick some tanks.
So what tanks would you pick in this? When we get into second pick phase, what sort of tanks or bruisers would you have in mind for this as the Urgot gets taken away?
Maybe the Yorn, it's a really strong pick right now because the value that the Yorn provides into the mid-late game with the upgrades, it's so big, and Yorn gets so many stats and no one can really kill him.
I think the Ornn has never ever been considered not a very utilized pick because he is so strong with the Call of the Iron Forge, with Call of the Forge gods, being potentially able to damage, knock up, and then stun a lot of their team in a team fight as Aatrox gets taken away. So we get done with the second ban phase. Definitely that sort of target towards the top side. Oh, that's a pick.
Yeah, easier. Yeah, that's a really nice pick right here because they were lacking damage, and Azir can provide that damage to Shred.
But the only problem is with an Azir pick, if it goes wrong, that's the thing. If everything goes wrong with Azir, then it just nullifies everything. Lissandra being hovered to potentially be picked into it. Oh,
and the set might be picked here.
Set gets locked in. A lot of damage available for that top side.
They might be picking a tank jungle, maybe. Oh no, they are going to Lilia.
Lilia being hovered. Wait.
Lucian? They are trolling. They are trolling us.
Lucian jungle?
Maybe Lucian mid and Talia jungle can be.
So it is a Talia jungle with a Lissandra mid player, and Set goes up in that top lane. So picking somebody into the Set, do they send the Udyr up top, which would be interesting, but I don't think they would do that. Surely.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know if the Udyr does that well into Set.
Not sure.
Because Set can just pull him and true damage him with the W. Oh. So Malphite top lane.
Malphite gets picked up. The players are now going to have that time to swap around where they want their picks. And just as we said before, Set going up against Malphite in that top lane. Talia going up against Udyr in the jungle. Lissandra and Azir in the mid lane. Caitlyn, Pyke versus Sivir and Leona. I think that bottom lane, you kind of have to look towards blue side to have the advantage on that.
Yeah. Probably blue side is going to get the advantage.
Yeah.
But Sivir at level 3 can counter Pyke with the shield, and Pyke just hooks and Sivir just puts the shield up and the Pyke can hook and can't do nothing. So I think the Sivir kind of nullifies the Pyke. We will need to see how she's going to play.
Yeah.
I think in the blue side, they are lacking front line. They have a really squishy comp. And I think with Azir doing the poke, he key deals, he's gonna shred through them. Sett can't really tank for the whole team, and Wissanda can't burst their team because we have Malphite top lane, Udyr jungle, Azir probably gonna build Banshees or Stopwatch, and Sivir is just a self-peeling ADC.
You have that sort of like not wombo combos per se, but that Malphite as like Azir, you could either Azir in and then pull them back with the wall and then just keep them up in the air with a Malphite ultimate, or you can do the reverse, set it up with a Malphite ultimate and then Azir brings them towards a tower or brings them towards the team. We'll have to see how this goes. Players are locked in. The champs are locked in. We're about to get into the first game of this draft, but we have 2 minutes 50 seconds left of our delay for competitive integrity. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Game 1 coming up.
So now we are going to see the first game Sentinels against Flip, and we will see how it goes. Who wins the first game of the best of 3?
So we have Flip on blue side, Dark Horse Sentinels on the red side, and a lot of game to play. In your sort of mind, Skies, when it comes to it, who like win conditions, what do you think both teams' win conditions are? Who do you think they want to focus getting the most gold into?
I I think the blue. Oh, wait a second. We are getting an invite by the Lysandra.
We're getting an invite
Oh,
by Lysandra.
okay. she just put the word. Let's chill a bit. So I think the blue side has prio in every lane because I think Set should be able to stomp lane because Malphite doesn't have comet and no Scorch. So probably we're seeing Drake stacking game from the blue side in the early phases, and maybe even Drake plus Grubs from the blue side. Oh, a little bit of poking happening here. Sivir is now almost out of line.
Sorry, everything is very loud in client right now, so I'm gonna turn that down. Yeah, so I think you're right in terms of every lane kind of having every lane on blue side having that advantage, having priority, and with the lanes you kind of want to have to play safe, as Ecanth is going to get taken extremely low, and almost first blood for Caitlyn there was very, very close to starting this game on the back foot.
He's singing dive right now. Oh, and first blood to Caitlyn. That's really nice done, as expected from Caitlyn Pike lane in the early levels, and they're doing a great job.
First blood for Caitlyn. What? I'm behind.
They can't get the kill back? Maybe with the ghost. Yeah, they just killed the Pike. But this is a massive lead to Caitlyn. Caitlyn has a kill and has the CS lead. Sivir is level 1 and has 4 CS. This is a huge lead for Flip.
So, with the Caitlyn having that first kill and a sort of trade-off, the Udyr having the second one, Caitlyn can have that ability to push forward and have that advantage, which on a Caitlyn is going to be nasty. Kind of being farming up in this top lane. We know what top laners like to do. They like to turn it into an island, as it were, as Pike's gonna clear some wards and have that advantage of vision in the bottom side.
They are getting the river all covered.
Yeah, they have that advantage, and it's gonna, I have a feeling, bring them so much joy. Going to be able to notice as the Pike goes a little bit roaming towards the mid lane. The stun comes through, the Q comes out, it's gonna get away. Doro getting a nice escape there.
But they got the flash out of the Yazer, so that's kind of an advantage from Lysandra.
Having that flash advantage on Lysandra, that does have a little bit of a nice CS lead, as Pike revealing himself down in the bot lane, potentially looking for something. Was going to channel that Q to hopefully get a nice little pick, but gets stunned by Dingy.
So in this moment, we'll have both junglers patting towards bot. Maybe we're gonna see a Drake fight very soon. They are rotating to Drake. The blue side, it has the advantage in the priority. They have vision setup.
Talia,
Let's see
though,
what
going to
happens
be
here. The mid line.
just a little bit of a skirmish happening, but Lysandra coming out on top there with a Drake fight happening. You kind of with a Drake potentially looming, you don't want to have that skirmish as Azir does not notice Pike in
Just
this in his bottom side brush,
and
but
the
he's gonna
blue
back away and
side,
head
and
towards
Flip
there.
will collect the Drake.
Oh no.
It's a free Drake. Maybe
They
can
know
pick
as
Udyr?
Blue's team does manage to get it out, and Jack Frost goes down. ASMR Richard going to be taking up that kill,
It's
and
really
they
well
take
played
the
by
lead.
Richard.
700
He
gold
gets a
lead
really good
currently in
angle.
6 minutes. They're all doing the right thing and getting out.
Here in the bot lane, Caitlyn is alone right now. So we might see a 2v1 in the bottom line.
The only problem with that is Caitlyn does have an item advantage with that serrated dirk, so she could genuinely 2v1 at that point.
And she has the cleanse as well up. She might be able to outplay the play, as you said. So
Void
the grubs are
grubs
being taken by the blue side, by Flip. So like I said, they have top, mid, bot prior. So they get Drake and grubs.
Oh, as the Pike gets a lovely Q onto Doro, forcing the ultimate to get the Azir away and out of harm's way. That could have been very deadly, but no mana on this Azir.
No mana, no flash, and no ult for Azir. We might see it, yeah.
As the flash ultimate from Lysandra, but Lysandra is taken down towards half health as the Pike has to come in and will take that kill as to save Lysandra. But the ward is going to be spotting out Jack Frost. So manages to save the vision ward.
So Flip has been doing a great job with their early prior in the lanes, and they are being aggressive as they should.
When you've got a Pike, you do kind of want to get those roams in and start showing yourself throughout the map, because Pike does Pike things.
Pike does Pike things. I think that's
Pike does Pike things. Indeed he does. So, CS advantages across the board for Flip here.
So
it's interesting
now
how
I think they are just looking to chill a bit, maybe chill. Let's see what Pike does. I think Pike right now is dictating the plays for blue side.
Pike right now, pure and simply just wants to gain that vision for his team and keep on top of that. And from what we can see from vision score already within the first 10 minutes, he's doing a really, really good job of it.
Compared to Leona has 3 vision score, and they don't have really the vision pressure as they should have.
Malphite is very, very low on mana right now, and won't really have an answer to Weasel because he won't have his ultimate available. Lysandra are going to be making a way down. They're going to want to clear these wards out, and they do so, apart from one in that bottom side tri-bush.
Blue side just controlling the bottom river.
Potential here.
Yeah, Pike just can get out.
Yeah, Pike can get out for free. Undying Blaze getting taken towards about a quarter of his health left. I don't think Set Tower dives here.
I don't think he can.
But we'll definitely look to be taking some of these plates off of this tower and having some really good CS advantage.
One thing to have
gold advantage as the Piltover ultimate comes through. The ultimate, the Shurima wall. Richard takes down Dwarrel. Jack Frost is going to be tower dived here as the Q goes through, but they're not going to have much. Bramish might have just sealed his fate, but he does get out. Azir falling.
So the Azir...
Jack Frost needs to be careful. He's against 3.
Can they dive the Udyr?
They're going for the dive. Leona
I
comes
guess they
in.
can.
Pyke does get the execute. It's a double kill for the Udyr, and Talia. Richard manages to get out. A really nice double kill after death there for Jack Frost, putting him the only person on Sentinels with kills at this current point in time. A 2-for-1 and a 3-on-1. I reckon that is very, very much worth for Sentinels to get Udyr a little bit steamrolling.
Because
Weasel
when you are behind, you just want to trade gold.
You do.
You just want 1-for-1s, and that's great.
Weasel just applying pressure in this top lane. He wants that tower down. He wants to start roaming, which, to be fair, is a very, very good idea, as Jack Frost manages to take one of the grubs, so they won't have the Flip will not have the 6 grub advantage going into the middle part of this game.
5 grubs is really strong as well.
They can push down these towers very, very quickly.
And with the little void grubs that can body block abilities, it's huge.
Oh yeah, it is like
right?
they have that very nice advantage.
Right side are already getting some vision control in the bot lane.
But with Flip rolling around as a team towards this dragon that is now available, the first of the Cloud Drakes, the first Cloud Drake that makes an appearance. So we're looking potentially towards Ocean, or Ocean Infernal. As Wellesley gets caught up there, isn't going to go down, manages to live. Bramish goes in with Lysandra as well, but the backline are coming through. Teleport's coming in. Set comes through, flashes and tries to get a stun, but doesn't manage to get it. The ultimate coming through onto Jack Frost as everyone's in the backline. Set's by himself. Lysandra comes through and doesn't manage to get much as Dwarrel goes low. Set falls. It's potentially going to be an ace, but no, they decide to back off for this Drake. It's a 4-for-1, and Sentinels manage to get this fight and take a little bit of a commanding lead in this early part of the game. Cloud Drake goes down. It's going to be an Infernal Soul, which, Infernal Soul could be really nice for both of these teams. Bramish going to try and stop the backs as he does manage to do so. Dwarrel falls, and Dwarrel gets executed by Pyke, and a shutdown as well. It wasn't a shutdown. What am I talking about? Malphite's teleport was perfect in that fight. To come into that fight,
wasn't able to cancel the teleport, and it was a that early teleport lead, like the 3 seconds lead, was huge for the fight. And Sentinels, it's back at the game.
Flip is going to try and answer that 4-for-1 in that fight with the Rift Herald, and manages to do so. Herald for them, with the new ability that Herald has, where you can ride it all the way to a tower. Go choo-choo train mode.
And gonna Sire Note the tower.
Rift Herald...
With the 5 Void Grubs, the Rift Herald, it's super strong because it spawns so much of the Void Wings. So I think with just the Void Grubs and with the Herald, can just take the whole tower down in 5 seconds.
Weasel getting taken very low, does the ultimate, doesn't have he available, manages to dodge the unstoppable force, but gets taken down by that Malphite. Malphite now currently 4-for-1, as blue buff doesn't manage to get stolen away. Bramish manages to get out with his life. A lot of action across the board at 15 minutes and 40 seconds.
So now we are looking
If you're
At the
Talia,
bottom line, that has had an early wait. Oh, we're watching here in the bottom line.
I
A
think
little bit
Leona
of
might
recovery.
have just done a bad thing. Channeling a recall does the Udyr because the Udyr was going to come in. Leona goes in without the help of Sivir. Udyr's going to move in. Gets hooked. I think Dingy's going to get executed here. Bramish manages to get that execute with the extra gold going over to Wellesley. You have to think, do they go for a tower dive? It looks like they're going for it. Bramish activates the Yumu's Ghost Blade, but those five Void Grubs is taking down that tower. Lissandra's going to join in here. They're going to potentially push this down. I think, yep, there it is. Herald goes down in the bottom lane. They're wanting this all the way pushed.
So and just like that, they melt the tower. And now Leona possibly
Dingy's
gonna
in a
die
bad
again.
place, gets taken down to half health. They're going to look for another charge. I don't think they're going to get it. 250 health left as Bramish takes down the Leona. Akanth is going to get taken low as well. Will get taken out by Richard. They're going to try and push this inhibitor tower down. Jack Frost gets taken extremely low. Piltover ultimate being used as well. He gets taken out. Wellesley gets that kill. It's 2, 1, and 6 on the Caitlyn, and they are just going to push and push and push. The Malphite teleport coming in, and it gets stopped. Undying Blaze's teleport will get stopped. He might try and answer it. Bramish in an interesting location there, but manages to get away. If you are Sentinels, if you're Sentinels at this point, what do you have to think about? What do you have to do to get back into this game? Because the team play from Flip is not being matched.
I think. Oh, and just fails the ult like
Dwarrow's ultimate
misses,
misses, but only just.
I think from this point on, you just have to pray for a mistake from Flip, because they are so far ahead. They can just melt any tank.
Yeah.
Because now Caitlyn with Pyke and with the Lissandra, and now the jungle, it's already getting the Mask and Blackfire Torch combo. So when Talia gets caught.
And he gets caught. Richard gets taken down. That will mean a Drake for the side of Sentinels.
As I was saying, they need like mistakes like this get Sentinels back in the game, and they now have 2 Drakes to 1.
Yeah, and looking on the horizon with an Infernal Soul now available in the game, as we know what the soul is going to be. Who do you like? I can honestly think in my mind, both of these teams having an Infernal Soul would be terrifying. As Blaze gets taken, Dingy is going to be caught out here, going to be taken towards half health, looking for a little bit more. Dingy is getting executed as he does so. Lissandra moving forward, but doesn't manage to get anything, has not got ultimate available.
Pyke Lissandra, it's such a nice combo. Pyke just gives the Lissandra passive, like the zombie. And with the zombies, they can't really run away from them. They have Malphite, they have Udyr, and with the slow as well, they just destroy the whole team.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, the Infernal Soul would be great in any of the teams. The blue side wants the bursts to try to give some damage to the tanks, and the red side wants to burst them, because on the blue side they are all squishy instead of like the set is not as squishy.
So potential to start Baron, as Bramish is going to try and look for people, and yeah, immediately Sivir gets taken down. They're going to look for more as Dwarrow's teleport going to get used here. Sentinels not looking in a very good position. They're going to look potentially as 905 moves in. They're going to try to look for an unstoppable force being used, but it doesn't go right. They don't have the power. Bramish getting taken low. 905 is towards full health. Dwarrel gets taken out, and blue team almost get a full ace as they're going to turn and look for the Baron.
Let's watch what Udyr will try. Maybe he goes for a steal.
They know his
Because
location.
They are all low on the blue side.
Frost is looking for something here, potentially to move in. Everyone's low. He's going to move in for something, but gets completely exploded off the map. But it's a triple kill. The Baron with the assist on everything. Baron is 100% on the side of the Sentinels, and that confirms it right there.
Like I was saying, they are all low. And with Udyr, with the double R, he just wiped them all.
So the reset, the Baron that wasn't even attempted. 17 kills on the side of Flip here to 14 with a gold lead of just under 7,000, no, not even 7,000, 5,000 on the side of Flip as well. An interesting Baron play that didn't turn out just right. Bramish almost looking for almost to get a pick on the Sivir. Doesn't manage to get it before she manages to teleport away.
At this point in the game, the gold leads of 5,000, it's not even that big, if you think. Like, half a part of an item doesn't make really a difference right here.
Swings and roundabouts, really, isn't it?
And the blue side already had the lead from the early game, but the lead of gold they had wasn't translating in the fights, because red side just were wiping them all in the fights.
Oh, they don't notice, but the ward is there. Everyone is going to be around. Jack Frost is going to be there to support. Zhonya's Hourglass being used by 905 to keep him alive for a little bit longer. The ultimate from Leona coming through. Jack Frost getting weak, and Jack Frost will fall. The ultimate being used from Dwarrel to maybe get him out of damage range here, but it's going to get taken low. Piltover Peacemaker takes him down. They're going to push for the top inhibitor.
With the grubs, they can
Bramish is causing Digi to keep himself in place. The ignite is going to be there. We'll take him down. Looking for an inhibitor here. And that's exactly what they're going to do. The Void Grubs making their pledge, saying, we are here. We are going to destroy everything that you have. The Malphite moves over from the bottom lane. Could be looking to potentially pick up a few kills here if he's lucky enough.
Is they gonna get
Leandri's Torment? They're getting so much.
But now they didn't reset. And Sentinels have the reset and have the gold spends.
Flip is taking everything across the map. They're gonna look for something. Set is in the front line. The ultimate being used in towards the back line. Digi gets taken towards half health, but on the other side, Welzy and 905 are taken towards death. Bramish goes in and is starting the ultimate killing spree as Pike does, and Flip will take 4-0 as they will take this dragon and move to potentially end the game with the 30-second death timers.
They could actually end the game if they move to top lane.
Magic shields.
Or they could look for a Baron.
Looking to stop Ecanth from moving forward. He's going to get taken low, will get taken down. Ecanth going to be running back, potentially stopping the push. There's 905 finding himself in a little bit of a bad situation, but will have the Ice Claw to get himself out of dodge. With this in mind and a 10k gold difference, is there anything that Sentinels can do to stop this from happening?
I think Sentinels already had the opportunity to come back and flip if they keep it focus, and if they play as a team, they play together. There's nothing Sentinels can do. They already made the mistake that Sentinels needed. And
they had that one good fight in the early in the sort of early part of the game, but didn't really manage to do anything with it. Flip has control of the blue side of the map, and Baron is now available. Do they look for a pick? It's exactly what they're going to do. Dingy is not going to be in a very kind position. The Q being channeled, they're going to wait for someone. It's whether or not someone is going to move towards this position, or do they just burn it now? It looks like they're going to. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try and burn the dragon. And Sentinels now have a clue that they're doing it and they're moving, but they don't have everyone. They cannot do this. They have to let the Baron go. And Flip, now with a Baron power play, can move to strike down the base. 2 open Nexus towers.
So now they have a top inhibitor, and Flip is looking to get just mid and bot inhibitor, and with the Baron, they can nothing they can do. The Sentinels, 3 inhibitor with Baron, it's GG.
They're just sieging everything. Weasel's going to get stunned up thanks to the Leona, but there's not much that they can do. They're pummeling everything into him and can only manage to take him down to half. Jack Frost being the front line here, moving into Baron empowered minions. It's not going to be good, as within a few shots, Frost is taking down to two-thirds of his health. Look at the Pike. The Pike is in the Pike now moving towards top side.
And with Sandra, is pushing bot line as well.
They're sieging across everything. They're looking to 1-3-1 this all the way to the Nexus.
Is it going to put the tower down? But I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter at all. Undying Blaze, not in a very good location. Has to use the ultimate to get out, but doesn't matter. Will get completely destroyed. Bramish with these ultimates have been absolutely killer. This game was flipping back and forth, but Flip now have full control of the game, and they will go 1 up in the start of this. Hang on a minute, wait a second. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Flip goes 1-0 up.
Phantom dive.
Oh man, what a game from Flip there, taking full control after that. After a few mistakes from the side, after a few mistakes from the side of Sentinels, taking control of the game after thereafter, and just pushing that advantage. Pike was essential in that game. The roams that he managed to do, getting those executes off, funneling gold into his team. He was a catalyst in that. And then you've got Caitlyn, 10-2 and 14 being the damage king alongside damage queen. Sorry, it's Caitlyn, damage queen. Alongside the Talia, just forcing the mistakes to happen, and then also just waiting for the mistakes to happen from the side of Dark Horse Sentinels. Sentinels
had the opportunity to come back. Flip gave them the opportunity. Sentinels won the second Drake and the third Drake. They actually played the team fight better and just got the weight back. The weight, sorry, not the weight, it just weren't that behind. But they actually got the opportunity. But the Pike this game was smurfing, hooking people left and right, and just getting the resets in. And what Spike provided for the team comp, it's that Sentinels always gave Pike a pick, and Pike always got a pick in this comp.
He was always able to roam about towards that mid lane, focus on 905, getting him ahead. But even with him ahead, he kind of filtered down into this sort of supportive mid laner to just empower Wellesley, empower Richard to just bring out this damage. Pike then coming through with the executes, the funnel and everything. Sentinels did have very good moments in this game where they would, like, take the dragon fight for example, when they had a 4 for 1 on that fight. Blaze's teleport was perfect in that fight to back up everyone with that ultimate, but it just kind of fell from there. They had that and then just lost it from there.
Yeah.
Flip will go 1-up in this series, but game 2 is just coming up. What side will Sentinels pick? We'll find out. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Dark Horse Collective. After Flip taking game 1, Dark Horse Sentinels are looking to regain control of this series. They have decided to pick blue side, which was kind of expected to happen. I feel that first pick advantage can help a lot, as we saw first pick advantage for Flip. Quite nice in that picking up. I've forgotten who they picked up. I forgot the pick order for the last game. But
so what the first pick advantage is always great because there are so many champions right now that you would like to first pick.
There's also a lot of champions after that game you want to ban. I think you're definitely going to see Sentinels adapt. Take out some of the picks that were just played. I think Pyke is absolutely going to be that one of them because his map presence was undeniable.
I think they are going to get traumatized. They got traumatized by the Pyke and they're gonna get scared and just ban it.
They're going to see it hover and just, you know that meme of 1,000-yard stare, just they're gonna see it get hovered, and that's just all you're gonna see. You guys can't see them, but it's client chat. They're just discussing when they're all ready to go for the second draft. So yeah, Lissandra quite pivotal as well, and so having that support for the bot lane, allowing that Caitlyn to whale off shots.
We might see Lissandra first pick as well, because Lissandra is a great blind pick.
It is, because you can flex it in so many places.
You can play Lissandra support as well.
Lissandra can be picked, can go up into the top lane and just allow them to be quite pivotal up in that top lane. But again, would you class that as a potential kill lane for Lissandra up in that top lane, or would you kind of think that they just want to turn it into, hey, we're just gonna on earth?
I think that they just want, like, with Sandra picking blind pick, it's great because, like, if you pick like the most oppressive lanes right now, like Tristana, Lissandra can just counter.
Yeah.
You gonna dive me? I just press R and just free stopwatch and heal. Free stopwatch and heal on my ultimate.
Exactly. It's like her kit is really good and worked wonders in that team comp that they had. So it wouldn't surprise me if I see a Pyke ban come through. I think on the side of Flip, you kind of just want to rinse and repeat, don't you? Like,
we might see a Talia ban as well because they played really good.
Yeah,
on Talia.
But then, if you do that, do you open the door for Graves? Do you open the door for Kha'Zix to come through as we get into the second draft? Again, Dark Horse Sentinels on blue, with Flip on red.
And the
kind of just the rinse and repeat so far. We haven't seen any sort of adaptations being made. LeBlanc coming out in the first ban of draft phase.
So and then the Vigar.
Yeah, the Vigar was.
Are you really scared of the Vigar and the LeBlanc? If he played with Sandra, I think Sandra does great against the Vigar.
Interesting to have the Skarner ban come through for blue side. I would have thought you would have wanted to leave that on the red side, and then just pick it up yourself. Twisted Fate.
Ooh,
okay, leaving Pyke open.
So
And also the Caitlyn. It's like this whole ban phase has been rinse and repeat.
Yeah. We might see a more of a roaming support maybe coming out. Because as the pipe,
they ban packed themselves. They were thinking they were definitely thinking that Sentinels were going to pick it, but they will take the Talia. They will take the Talia for themselves, trying to say, "Oh, Jack Frost is definitely trying to say anything you can do, I can do better."
And Talia, it's a flex. You can play it mid lane or jungle. So
yeah,
we need to wait a little bit so we can know. And the cartas coming out. Wow.
Hey, you wanted your spicy picks. I think that's one of them. Karthus coming out. And again, is Karthus still considered, and the Caitlyn pickup, is Karthus technically considered a flex pick still?
I don't think so, because Karthus has such a strong clear in the moment. In the jungle, you can like full clear, like 3 minutes for full clear. You can clear the jungle if he's prepared. And Karthus with the new item, like the Black Fire Torch, is so strong. And he can just burn their team. So they pick Sivir, which actually has a free spell shield against Karthus and Caitlyn as well.
Yeah, you're kind of looking to potentially spell shield. I'm guessing Karthus' ultimate, which would be quite nice to keep her alive. But this is, again, as I was saying during ban phase, this is quite rinse and repeat with a... Oh, never mind. Seraphine getting picked up. And again, flex pick... Again, you could technically take her to mid lane. Whether you want to do that is a different story. That normally would end up down towards support lane. So we could potentially see Seraphine.
So we need to wait a little bit to see what is going to be their answer. And Silas mid, or
you have to admit that Seraphine and also the Sivir ultimate to be stolen by Silas can be quite nice.
The Seraphine ultimate
to have
mainly such a powerful ultimate.
Yeah. So secondary ban phase with Flip starting off, targeting towards the top side. We're going to see the top bans again, I think. Volibear.
Yeah, maybe Volibear gets banned again.
Volibear was banned last time.
They ban Ari?
Okay.
Banning Ari is... They are confident that the Silas, it's not mid lane. If they are banning Ari.
So they're thinking that Silas is potentially about to go top lane?
Yeah, no, yeah, can be at Silas top, can be Silas jungle, can be Silas support.
Can just be a Silas rift. The whole rift is just Silas. God almighty. God almighty. Can you imagine one for all with just Silas in all 10 positions? God almighty. I'm gonna steal your ultimate, which means I can steal his ultimate, and I can steal his ultimate, and his ultimate, and his ultimate.
And you just like can eat each other and like with like a star.
Oh my word. Dunk time, baby.
And the Darius. It's gonna be a Darius versus what is the question. Darius is a really powerful early laner.
You know,
the big Gnar.
You know, I don't blame that Gnar pick having the range over Darius. You don't really want to get up in his face because the hemorrhage stacks are going to hurt you a ton. And then if you've got 5 on you and he just... Ooh, Yoni mid lane?
Yeah, Yoni mid lane. He's going to get...
So Yoni up against Silas. See, here's the problem. They're leaving a lot of really, really big ultimates for Silas here. Seraphine ultimate can charm them and send them towards the team. You've got Gnar ultimate. You get them up against the wall, the team can just go mad. Yone ultimate again, knock everyone up and clump them together. There's a lot of really good ultimates. And then utility ultimates with Sivir ultimate speeding them towards the opposing team and Talia to cut them off. Whoa, okay.
So wait a second. No, I need to see what they're going to do.
Right. Is it? No, it's not an Aurelia. No, it's Silas support. Or is it
Sylas
Karthus support?
Yeah. Sylas support. Yeah. So, as I was saying, Sylas is such a big of a flex pick, and we're gonna get crazy matchups on the mid lane and on the top lane. This game, it's gonna be crazy, or it's gonna be a crazy game. Yeah,
I'm looking
really
forward to
excited.
this game. I'm really looking forward. I'm really looking forward to this game. You know, the one pick that I'm kind of confused about is Sylas in support. I mean, you've got a lot of knockups, you got a lot of damage that you can come out, but I suppose with the Sylas ultimate, you're kind of looking towards just, hey, that's a really nice ultimate you got there. I think I'll have it. We got a 3-minute spectator delay for competitive integrity. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be game number 2. Flip ahead 1-0. Don't go anywhere. We are on the Rift, and crazy to think that these comps have been concocted here. This is going to be an interesting game.
I don't really know who has the advantage here in the team comp wise, because it's gonna come down who wins lane. Who wins lane wins the game.
Welcome to League 101, ladies and gentlemen. So, Flip with the advantage of being one game ahead.
And Gnar can't walk to lane. Oh, Darius didn't want to give up the farm.
I kind of want to see, how this top lane matchup goes. Having the range advantage against the Darius is something that you definitely want to have, because he can. Oh, hello. Bramish looking for damage immediately off the rip. He can't getting taken down to half health. Dingy taking about a third of his health down as well. And with that pelt over, Peacemaker gets taken down towards half.
Yeah, but in bot lane they have the sustain of the Seraphine, so they can sustain back up. And they have the two defensive suns. They have heal and exhaust.
Every lane on the side of Flip is looking to be aggressive, getting that sort of trades off, looking to have that push advantage in lane. But again, I think the one lane that is going to be kind of normal is top lane. They're just going to want to farm. They're going to want to get ahead. Oh, that's an unfortunate stun. But 905 can't do anything about that. If that was towards mid lane, like the middle of the lane, yeah, I think Dwaro might have potentially have been first blooded. So win conditions.
Maybe we're gonna have a scuttle fight in the bot side right now. No, they're just gonna give it. Maybe, yeah, just and we get fights.
Richard getting taken quite low here, but is going to push forward. I'm surprised that they don't just try and turn on Richard here. Dwaro goes for it, flashes over the wall, but he doesn't realize the world of hurt. He does get the kill, but was it worth it? I don't think it was.
And Flip once again, has the advantage. Flip getting the early advantage.
Not only that, but both those kills went on to Irelia. Later into the game, this goes. She will be very, very powerful. Dingy, being the focus of this attack, will just walk away with her life.
So I think this game, the win conditions, I don't think it's that like straightforward. I think they just looking to play objectives and try to get grubs, to get Drake, and stack it.
Misses the chains. Dingy gets taken down very low. The ignite takes away, and Bramish will get a kill onto Seraphine. The flash coming out. Wellesley gets taken in a trade. It's 1-for-1 down in the bot lane.
But Caitlyn is gonna lose all this farm, and Sivir got the kill.
Dwaro gets taken down half health, 905 with a lot of damage in this sort of early game. Is going to potentially look for this kill. Dwaro gets taken low, is going to get stunned. The Q to finish off. Doesn't even Q to finish it. 905, 3-0 within 5.5 minutes. 3 kills up and has 50, like a 27 CS lead over Yone.
Yeah,
that's Yone, tough.
Mid lane should be over right now, because Irelia it's 3 kills and 50 farm compared to Yone that has only 24 farm, and it's down a level.
Yeah.
So Irelia, if she plays good, if 905 just plays good, the line should be over, and Yon can play.
The Noxian Guillotine for Just Weasel. Looking
We
to
might get
split
some
someone in
action
half.
in the bot lane.
Bramish hits everything he needs to. Seraphine forced to pull away, lucky to get away with her life as the Void Grub's taken for Dark Horse Collective. Sentinels
They're just
managing to
gonna
get
trade
them done. Yeah, they
objectives.
have to at this point.
Yeah.
They're going to look for something up top.
And
Level
Dart is a little
6
bit
is
overextended.
available. Noxian Guillotine coming down. That hemorrhage is going to be so devastating. Jack Frost is going to get taken low enough. The hemorrhage manages to get the kill. A 2-4-0 in a 3-on-1. And hate to say this,
The game
Darius
is
had a shield only and managed to do a 3-on-1.
I guess he hit the double kill and he healed. Right?
That healing was
That healing was big.
disgusting. He has backed and managed to get, oh my word, he's managed to get himself Tiamat and a Phage and boots. Oh boy, top lane is in for a world of hurt.
Well, so now it's looking really good for Flip. Top lane is winning, mid lane is winning, and they're looking for a dive.
Yeah, they're looking for this dive down in bot lane. The minions are coming forward. Dingy and he don't know what's going to happen. The ultimate comes out. Karthus looking for the assists. We'll manage to get one. We'll manage to get both of them. Thanks for the kills, boys. I'll have them.
Well, and now everyone has the advantage.
Right now, Flip is in full control across the entirety of the map. The damage advantage up in top. The damage advantage with a 302 Irelia in mid. And
Irelia, it's full build. She has the Bork.
Yeah, Blade of the Ruined King.
Right now.
Blade of the Ruined King already built before the 9-minute mark. For this Irelia could be so... Oh, hang on. Bramish coming down. Going to be getting caught out. Jack Frost is there as well, but they can't really do anything. You're always so worried about the threat of where the others are in their team. Dwarl getting stunned up. Is already down to half health in a few auto attacks.
Yeah, the Blade of the Ruined King in the nutshell. 3 autos and then you're done. But right now,
Bramish.
Sentinels needs to look for a play.
Bramish is coming in. The ultimate going to be used, but the spell shield from Ecanth nullifies that pilt over Peacemaker with that damage is disgusting. Blaze going to be using the ultimate to bring him down into tower range. Weasel going to be taken, well, was taken down to about a quarter of his health, but the heal was like, hey, nice damage you did there. I don't think you did any.
I'm back to full again, almost. And with this shield, he can sustain a lot.
Yes, he absolutely can. I have a feeling he'd be able to go back and finish off his first item in a couple of waves' time.
So Sentinels now needs to look for a play. They need to look for a good play.
Yeah, Karthus is also counter jungling as well. The blue buff is already gone. Dwarl, I don't think you want to do that. Bud was close to getting stunned up. Richard is in towards the back line. Bramish is here as well. Dwarl, Bud, I don't think you're in a very good position. You're going to try and ulti out, but it doesn't happen. Jack Frost is by himself, and everybody's there, but Richard will take that kill. It's a 3-1-2 Karthus with a 4-0-2 Irelia. Oh, it's only 11 minutes into the game.
And the game is out of control for the Sentinels. Sentinels, they are just being oppressed in every single lane and in the jungle even, being counter jungled.
So, Void Grubs now in control of for Flip here, and the first turret goes down 11 and a half minutes into the game. The scariest thing is Aurelia is going to be able just to roam around the map. 905 is terrifying early on.
I think right now a good play would be make the ADC go mid and make Darius go bot and Aurelia top, because Aurelia has TP and she can match. Oh, sorry. So it's the only one with TP. The Undying Blaze can't TP in response. So Aurelia should go top here and try to get some more platings.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be the case. They're going to look towards Bramesh, but not going to have anything. Oh, hang on a minute. Dwarrel gets caught. Going to have to ulti out to save his life. Bramesh now goes back in. He's now caught between a rock and a hard place, but is going to just walk out freely. Just walk out freely. 905 gonna look for a stun. The Seraphine ultimate doesn't go off. Dingy gets taken down. Bramish also gets taken down as well. The ultimate from Karth is being used. Dwarrel taken down to half health. Ecanth is in a very, very bad position. Is gonna be taken down to a quarter health. Gonna look for the stun. Gonna be able to get it off. 905 gonna get shut down.
Yeah, and
the Talia gets the shutdown.
Talia, yeah. So they know they are just disrespecting, not taking the Drake when it's free, and they are throwing the lead.
The thing is,
what happens in the top lane.
Jack Frost with that shutdown of 400 bonus gold. I don't think that will do as much as Dark Horse would like. Jack Frost gonna find Bramish here, taken down to half health, but Jack Weasel's gonna be moving in as well. Bramish towards a quarter health. Dwarrel's gonna move in. Dwarrel does not have ultimate available. Gonna be using his soul to move forward. Oh no! Oh no! Doxing guillotine coming down. Jack. Oh my word! Weasel is on an absolute tearing spree as Wellesley takes Dingy out as well. And down in the bot lane, Ecanth. Oh, brother. It's kills across the map for 4-0. Oh, and Flipper just in full control.
They're gonna get bot tower and T2 mids as well.
Oh no, Blaze in top lane is going to get stunned against the wall, but the actual Darius has stopped that from being effective as you think. The ultimate comes out, misses completely. Weasel getting taken quite low, doesn't have Q available, but goes into a bush. The Maritime Blaze, the Meganar comes in huge, but doesn't continue to go for the kill. They know that the Caitlyn is coming up, but the ultimate from Karthus doesn't take the kill, but stops the backs from happening. Bramish gonna look to try and kill Dwarrel. Does it with ease. Seraphine ult was used as well. Didn't hit anybody. Oh. And the Herald looking to go the way of Flip. Jack Frost is around here as well.
Flip is really low.
905 has TP. Undying Blaze is going to have to try and do everything to try and stop it. Nah, looks like... Oh, okay. Never mind. Herald goes the way of DHC. So 15 and a half minutes into the game, you're facing a 10 kill deficit with a 6k gold lead. With a 6k gold deficit, sorry. How do you play, like, if you were in Sentinel shoes, how would you play this?
Well, it's gonna be really hard, because if if the flip just plays well, there's nothing you can do. You have to just wait for the mistakes, as you saw. Flip this game is just playing a little bit over aggressive. And if Sentinels can play off of that and get that bounties, that kills, they might be able to come back into the game.
I don't think you can really play guerrilla warfare on this as well, as Bramish is finding Jack Frost. Jack Frost will fall. Wellesley gets that kill, and Dingy is not in the best of positions either. Bramish in the backline with Seraphine ult available to him. It's who is going to go towards his direction. 905 available. 905 in range. Ulti available. Seraphine ult comes out from the stolen Seraphine ult comes out, misses everybody. Dingy taken down to about half health. The poke is coming through. Blaze pushing a little bit forward, kind of being a little bit disrespectful as Pilt over Peacemaker takes out that kill. Wellesley takes out Dingy.
And they're going to get the mid tower. Tier 2.
Oh, Blaze gets caught out. Meganar would be available and does manage to use it to get out of the way. Bramish is low. Will get taken out. Wellesley taken out as well. 905. Ekanth, I don't think remembers how strong 905 really is. The flash coming through. Ultimate coming out as well. Can just go to town. Richard in position as well. Ultimate not available for a little bit of time. As Weasel's just saying, hey, this is my lane. There are many lanes like it, but this one is mine.
Just taking the whole tower and getting all the resources in top lane.
Yeah, they're getting everything at this point. Just destroying the map across the ways. Ekanth is going to get taken low. Seraphine ult looking to kill 905 in his tracks, but will he go down? It does, but it goes the way of Talia. I really think you should have put that kill onto the Sivir. I definitely feel like you should have put that onto the Sivir. Get Sivir back into this game.
But if Talia is able to land a good flip, she might be able to one-shot all of them, because they are not building MR. The flip
they're
side,
really not.
If Talia is able to just get a little bit more gold and go towards the death cap, she can do serious damage. And she can 1v9 the game if they disrespect her.
Just under 20 seconds until Richard's ultimate is available to him again. Aurelia is back alive and has teleport available. Speaking of which, a teleport is being used, and it is 905. They're in towards the backline. The Gnar ultimate that was stolen has been used. Karthus ultimate also coming in, and oh my god, everyone is falling. It is a 5-0, and they're potentially looking just to end the game here and now. Flip have been in control of the game from the word go. They wanted to speed run this game. Weasel's gonna tank the tower as Dingy tries to get involved, but isn't gonna go anywhere.
No, they cannot.
They can't finish, but they're gonna try.
They all respawn in the Sentinel sites. They might be able to chase.
5 towards half is just slowly regaining. They're chasing this. I understand that they're a little bit low, but I don't think they're respecting it. Dwaro with a brilliant ult towards the back line. Seraphia, as Dingy uses the ultimate, down goes the Darius as well. So a little bit of recovery. I don't think it was that much as you realize. Bramish gonna look to take down Ekanth and does it with complete and utter ease. Bramish is very, very destructive here. Has stolen
the first game. Bramish has been the star player from Flip.
The thing is, I think on this one you have to throw it the way towards. You have to throw it the way of 905. 905 has just been destructive from the get-go on Aurelia of all champions. Aurelia. It's 21 minutes into this game, And Irelia is doing the stun was absolutely perfect as Blaze falls. That's the 9th kill to 905. Or at this point, with the KDA being 925.
And the 12,000 gold advantage to flip.
Not just
It's
that,
21
905.
minutes in the game.
Not just that, 905 has flame horizoned Dwarrel here. Mid lane has just been his from the first second of this game. Red team, flip, taking the dragon. They're going to fight the Baron and put the final nail into the coffin that is this series for Sentinels. 3 minutes to play on this Baron.
They're just gonna reset and try to get the side inhibitors now.
Oh, man. Flip being 1-0 up in this series, looking to end it here and now.
They don't want the third game. They just want to win it now.
I don't think they're going to... Honestly, I do not see this going to a third game.
Yeah.
It is just under 14,000. The gold deficit. Sentinels looking to recover.
Are bruiser champions. It is so hard to die on them. And on the Sentinel side, you don't have the damage to burst them.
4 level advantage on 905. They're looking to make this a tutorial game. 905 looking for something. The ultimate from Karthus comes through. Jack Frost hits half health. Bramish still alive ever so slightly as Talia and Seraphine and Sivir and Nar and potentially Dorval. They have been absolutely dominant in this second game. They take the series 2-0. Whoa. Wow. What just complete
stomp.
And just an absolute stomp in game 2. It could have gone either way in game number 1. Game 2, all flip. It was all flip. 905 coming in absolutely huge on
just winning the lane alone.
On Irelia. Karthus is all about being huge. Darius, once that 3-on-1 happened and he got 2 kills off of that, it was over. Top lane was over for that as well. Irelia going 3-0 early on in the game. Mid lane's over. From there, you can't really piece together what Sentinels could have done. At that point, you're just playing a losing battle.
Yeah. When all lanes are losing, they don't have like a side to play. They don't have no foundation to play. The bot lane was behind, mid lane was behind, top lane was behind. So they cannot do nothing. And Karthus just perma-farming all the time, and Karthus has an ultimate that can provide value everywhere on the map. So there's nothing really Sentinels can do at that point. They are losing lane. They need to look before that.
I wasn't sure, but I'm pretty sure in that last fight from Richard's ultimate alone, someone got half health.
Yeah.
If that's true, holy hell! That was that.
Karthus built a black fire torch into that cap. A really like snowball-y build.
Well, of course they were going to build snowball-y because that whole game was just a rolling snowball. Like, Nuda decided, I'm going to roll a snowball. I'm going to keep it going. Just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, all the way down until...
Really well.
Yeah, like that entire game was just Flip's control. It was theirs to lose. And they were just like, no, don't want to. Flip take this series 2-0. And Sentinels have a lot of work to do. That's going to be all from us. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll see you guys next time for Matchday Game 2.
Bye.
See you then. What? I have been told in my ear that we're having an interview. As production have just screamed in my ear.
I guess we have the time for an interview.
Frosty's going to be coming in for an interview. Let's bring Frosty in. Hello, Frosty. How are you doing, bud?
Not bad. A little disappointed, but it's what it is.
Bit of a tough game after. Well, you would have to be demoralized after that game too, which just, nothing was going right.
Yeah. I mean, sorry.
No. It's like how in like let's quickly talk over game one, because game one was I feel in the game where it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, well, first off, that fight over Dragon where the team went 4-1. After that, you guys kind of didn't push it in a sort of direction. You just kind of let it linger. But in your mind, what could you have done better after that fact?
I mean, we have got this recurring issue of after we do anything big, we seem to just sort of reset and do nothing with it. That has been something we need to work on, definitely. I think in that particular situation, I think we were pretty much just thinking. Oh, I'm saying think a lot. But we wanted to. We wanted to sort of refresh mental, because I think we had a bit of stress, and we like from just before that, because obviously mid felt a bit stressed from how much he was struggling early on. So I think it was a bit autopilot and just reset again. Mm-hmm. And I think we need to push it further. But I mean, that's something to work on in review.
Because that genuinely could have been a turning point in that game where it could have meant that you went ahead in the series. Speaking of going ahead, game 2.
Yeah.
It's tough to kind of talk about the good points.
There's not really much there, yeah.
In that game.
What do you think was the problem? Why didn't you were able to match them in the early minutes of the game? What do you think was the main problem there?
I mean, enemy mid got a really big lead from one of our early plays, and then after that, Dwara was kind of suffering the entire time. And there was just a fair bit of solo killing mid, I think happened twice. And then with the pressure also, because Silas was free to roam at this point, because they just had the entire map under their control. After that, it's kind of hard for us to really do too much, because we can't have that same impact with the Seraphine as they can with Silas when he gets that kind of advantage to just run around the map. I mean, you can watch you saw in the game, he just he'd run into jungle solo and he would fight me off cams, and it's kind of hard for I can fight him one-on-one, but then with the pressure they have, it's never a one-on-one. It's going to be outnumbered. So it's just really, really big issue early game that set us behind for the entire match, I think.
I think what also didn't help was that 3 versus 1 up in top lane against the Darius, where he managed to ping off 2 and then survive.
Yeah.
If Irelia being ahead wasn't enough,
the Darius also
getting ahead kind of put the nail in the coffin very early on into that game. I think that was the point where you lost. realistically when we think about it. And I don't mean to say it in a sort of bad way, but I think that was definitely the defining point.
Yeah.
Where it was just flips rift.
I mean, it was a bit of a coordination issue on that play. We didn't really call what we wanted. We gave we gave full stacks to Darius before the fight really even got initiated, and then obviously he just turns around because he's got stacks on everyone, and he just full heals half his HP back from 1Q. So at that point, it's really
Darius healing is
that was is
disgusting.
It was a bit vile, but it was also just a bit of a misplay to give him those stacks before we go for the play. I think the play itself was probably fine. It was just a bit of a mechanical misplay, but it's not. I think that's something we can review and come back better next week or next match.
Next match, who do you face?
I actually don't know.
Schedule yet to be made.
Schedule's been made. I forgot to check. Yep, Monkey Esports.
Right. So hopefully you guys can look upon this and pick out those moments and work on them, because we don't know. Well, obviously myself and Sky, we don't know how Monkey Esports is going to play. We don't know what they're going to pick. It's something for us to look into. But hopefully taking what happened in this and learning from it will help out immensely. Commiserations on the 2-0. Hopefully you guys can come back stronger next match day. Jack, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Best of luck in the next game, the next series. 2-0 to Flip to bring them one up in the league, and Sentinels with everything to do after that series. Hopefully they come back. Hopefully they can come back stronger, and we'll be here
Look for the redemption.
Yeah, it's a redemption arc now, considering what happened. We will see you guys on the next match day when it happens. Stay tuned. We'll see you later, guys. Take it easy. Good night.